Hi. So, if any of you had your money on the crew not showing up and doing their work, yay on you. You win. Here's the deal. I've been waiting 2 days with my thumbs up my ass, for nothing because they have yet to show up. It is 11:50 a.m. on the 29th, and they said they would be here on the 27th at 9 a.m. And I am still waiting. So I called management 4 times yesterday. Uh, at about 4:40 p.m., I got Sal on the phone. He's the building manager, and he had me on one phone and the contractor on the other phone, and he made an appointment. He scheduled for the guy to be here today, and said, yeah, no problem. The guy's going to be here today. He's going to be there in the morning. And then he had the guy call me, and the guy said, don't worry, we're going to be there in the morning, and we're going to take care of everything. It's a 2-day job. You're going to have to be there on Friday, and don't worry, we'll take care of everything. Okay. It is now 11:51 a.m. My son's belongings are still scattered all over my home because they have no place to go because there's no one working on his room right now. He doesn't have a room because his ceiling has caved in. And my son has been living in Queens or Brooklyn, wherever she lives, and seeing as how she doesn't settle on one borough because she's frightened of me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So I called 311 again today, and I reported them for the busted up mailboxes. I'll get around to showing you guys that stuff eventually when I have a working camera. This one has to actually stay plugged in because I accidentally left it charging overnight and shorted the battery. So there's that. Outside of that, I don't have the ability to run down to the courthouse and file just yet. I know it's a problem. I'm getting there. It will be a New Year thing. Just not sure when exactly in the New Year, but it will be in the New Year. Yeah. So there's that. I think I'm going to save all of these clips into one simple montage of my son's room getting done, and I'll put that together then. But yeah, so that's that for that, and I will be talking to you guys again soon. Hey guys, so there have been quite a few developments in the last week or so. I just haven't really gotten around to filming in this room because it's my son's room, and yeah, so he's been occupying this room, and he has had his pet Shelly living in here, and she's reclusive and kind of lives inside of the room at all times unless she's, eating or using the restroom. And so I haven't had access to this room at all. But most of the activity has been happening in here. It's ridiculous. I don't know how, because there are no pipes directly above this room. And it's a little bit shocking to me because about 7 years ago, I want to say, maybe 6 years ago, I had them put in a whole new ceiling in here. What they didn't take out the old ceiling. What they did was put a brand new ceiling directly beneath, about 6 inches beneath the old ceiling. And so, yeah, that's why this problem is such an issue, because it has been a problem that apparently has wrecked both ceilings, and now is a problem. Oh my God. I'm going to show you, I promise. It's such a headache. You'll see why it's such a headache in a minute. Oh my God. Okay, so we have a leak. It's a massive leak. and it has collapsed the ceiling in here. But it began in the middle of the room for no apparent reason. I don't know why. And then when it was stopped there, it somehow shifted towards, it started here in the middle of the room, and then it kind of like shifted towards right over where I have the camera. And that part of the ceiling is collapsing in, and yeah. The violations in this room, by the way, as far as HPD is concerned, is that the walls are cracked and not painted in a uniform fashion. That's 2. And the floor is warped and sloping, and so it needs to be leveled, fixed, leveled, and whatever before tiling. And so they keep tiling on top of it and saying, oh, yay, it's done, and it's not. So that has been a problem and a bone of contention between me and my landlord for a while. And now, yay, I've been gifted for Christmas a whole new argument against my landlord, which is my ceiling and the massive leak going on there. So I'm going to show you. But I've already like contacted the landlord, and because the leak is now such a problem that it has affected the beauty salon, they have actually someone coming tomorrow at 9 a.m. to fix the leak, which is why I now actually have access to this room. And so I'm going to show you, I'm going to try to show you everything that's going on with the room. So yeah, here we go. That's the ceiling. That's lovely, isn't it? That's the brand new ceiling that they put in here about 5-6 years ago. Yeah. This is where the leak moved to after coming through here. Yeah. Yeah. Now, because I have always had my walls dark because of my migraines and stuff, you're not really going to be able to see it well, I don't think. No. There's a physical crack in the wall. No, I can't show you. And there's a crack in the wall over here as well. Let me see if I can, like here, coming down this way, and then here. Yeah, so, and also, I don't know if you can see how shitty the paint job is. No, this camera's not really that great for that. Yeah, well, there's patches where it just kind of looks like a, I don't know, it looks like they sponged it on, but it's not. Anyway, so yes, we're having the ceiling redone and the floor. Oh, a boy lived here, so whatever. Can't see. Well, you can see some of it, like the bends in the floor, the sloping, and the little holes in it. Whatever. Anyway, it really needs a paint job badly. It needs to be plastered. It needs to be fixed. The floor needs to be leveled out and fixed. The ceiling needs to be fixed. And they have to do it all while this structure is in here because I'm not taking it apart for them. And my son moved everything else out of here, so they're going to have to deal with what they've got. On that note, I'm going to be up at 9 o'clock in the morning waiting for them. I highly doubt they will be here at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm half expecting them to be here at 10:30, maybe, if that, I guess. I don't know. Hi guys, yeah, so this is my living room. now that my son's bedroom has exploded into it, right? This is how we're going to be living until they are done with whatever they are going to do in his room. We left me a path so I can get to my plants, and already one of my basil plants is dying. I'm trying to save the kalanchoe. It's difficult to see most of my plants, much less get at them. It's been almost 2 weeks since I've gotten to that pothos up there, because I physically can't climb up there and get at it. This is how my plants are dying, folks. They keep keeping me inconvenienced to where I cannot get to these things, and I cannot tend to them, and I cannot keep them alive. My entire house is displaced and has been kept displaced for the last 3 years, ever since these people have taken over the building. This has been my life. This chaos. And it's spilling over into my kitchen and my bedroom. Hopefully it won't last too long, but we know how things go. I can't be here on Friday, and if I give them Friday off, all of a sudden they're not coming back on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or next month. So again, we will see how it goes. I will talk to you soon. So these guys came in at about 2, and they ripped out part of the ceiling. They left the part where it started, but they ripped out part of the ceiling, exposing the old ceiling. And I can't see if you can tell. Hold on, let's see if we can get a better angle. Which is like covered in mold. Isn't that wonderful? That has been living inside of my ceiling this whole time. It's just lovely, isn't it? And that's the part of the ceiling that broke when the first painter rolled his ruler right through it. And they all decided, let's just slap a whole new ceiling underneath it. Nobody will notice. It'll be fine. Yeah. Slumlords will be slumlords. Am I right? Hi, guys. As you can hear, the work is being done. I went to check in, and the walls that were blue are painted white, despite the original agreement between me and possibble, formerly of the management team, where if I paid for the paint, it would be painted blue, and I did pay for the paint, and it is now being painted white. So there's that. I asked one of the workers about the crack in the wall, on the one wall that HPD put a violation for, and he said that it is not in fact a crack in the wall, it is just how the building is made. And I can only imagine that since I have breasts, I'm supposed to believe that. So there's that. There's still 3/4 of a ceiling in that room, and we're waiting. I'm half tempted to put a collage of all the before and after pics somewhere in a video as a montage to the half-assedly done jobs by management. I think I definitely really want to do that, because I have all of these wonderful little eccentricities of my building and my apartment on a thumb drive somewhere. Oh, right there. There it is. Yes. And I just spoke with my neighbor who is also going to file with me. And she has been speaking to other neighbors. And they also want to file against our wonderful, wonderful building management. And it's well warranted, for sure. Um, Whereas before I didn't want to be involved with the responsibility of being part of the team of suing, um, I still don't want to be responsible for anything. I don't want to be the person that says, oh, I'm going to be there, I'm going to do that thing, because I know that my health mandates that I not have specific times where I have to be there and do things, because there are going to be times where my lungs are just like, listen, I can't take it, and I need to be in bed collapsing because the life. And so, no. But this time, instead of us all meeting in the lobby, I am offering my home to any and all in the building who wish to sue the landlord. And I have done a lot of research on suing the landlords, and so I already have the information that they need, and I am more than willing to disseminate it amongst all the folks who are willing and wanting to sue the landlord. And since I am kind of savvy with my keyboard and stuff, when I have my new laptop coming back, well, once I have my new laptop in the new year, I will be more than happy to help all of my neighbors, whoever should show up at my door, to file with HPD any and all of the violations that they wish to file. But they're just not tech savvy, or they don't really want to, or they don't know how to work the HPD website, and that's okay. I do, and I can do it for them. And so we're going to go that route. My neighbor from next door is getting in touch right now, currently as we speak, with the neighbor who previously coordinated all of our neighbors to sue the previous landlord, and she's giving him my information, and we're going to go from there. Although my lawsuit against the landlord in Supreme Court is definitely going to go through without them, because I want to sue them at this point for every single one of the damages that I can possibly find, that I know I can file against them because of their super. That man has cost them a lot of money, and I want it to cost them a lot of money, because they have cost me a lot of time and a good deal of my patience, and I need compensation for it, because I feel like I'm beginning to lose my friggin' sanity. Well, at least they're putting down the wooden boards, and my son's floor will actually be even and level now. Hopefully they'll seal it off with caulk all around the room. If not, I have plenty of caulk, and I will have my son do it himself. He's pretty handy with it. I have a caulk gun. It'll be fine. Although I would rather have them violated on not sealing it off, I would also just kind of like the work to be over with. I will report, however, about their lack of work before I go ahead and have my son do the work. And so there is that. And I am uploading more videos from my security camera, on my doorbell security camera, to show what times they were in and out of here earlier today, because my son was here earlier and he has stayed here today so that he can wait for them to arrive while I went off to get my mammogram. I got my mammo done, and on my way back I got a call from the contractor saying that he was here and wanted to know what I wanted done with the room. And I said, my floors, my walls, my ceiling, the walls need painting and plastering. And he was like, oh, okay, sure, I'll tell the guys. By the time he called me, my mammo was already done, and I was in the hallway calling them my car, and I was on my way home already, basically. I got in the car, I came here, and I walked into his door not 10 minutes after that phone call happened. And it was a ghost town. But my son was here, and he told me that they had just walked in with stuff and then left. And so I waited. And around 2 p.m., they were walking in. Around 2:30, I realized that from like 1:45 to about 2:30, they were bringing up materials for the floor and the ceiling. At no time, did they genuinely have any plan to fix what was broken with the walls. Though I'm glad that they were actually fixing the floor. That was a major problem. That was the first thing that I was bitching about to begin with. So there is that. Aside from that, all else, I will keep you posted, and I will talk to you soon.
The end of day one. These are stable here. The rest are getting nailed down tomorrow in some way. Screwed down. Right. I'm a little stoned. We'll talk later. Day 2 of the living room floor. Finally. My floor is actually even. Brand new. And they've got the glue down for the tiles. They're coming back after lunch. And my floor will be done. Yay! And my living room is painted and fixed. See the area by where the radiator would be? Right there. They fixed that whole area right there. And they fixed that part of my ceiling. Where is it? Right there. They fixed that little patch where the flood was because they refused to fix the entire damn ceiling. But it's okay. We'll just be happy for our major win with everything else, and we'll let them have the ceiling win for now. And yeah, I'll show you the tiles in a little bit when they get back, because we're doing bit by bit here, and I will show you every bit by every bit. And today is Friday. Sorry, the sawdust is in my throat. Today is Friday, and Monday and Tuesday I have appointments, so they will not be coming back until Wednesday. But on Wednesday we will be doing the kitchen. So this gives me time, actually 4 days, to move all of my furniture into the living room and up against that corner over there, so that we can move the kitchen furniture and my son's bedroom furniture into that half of the living room, so we can get all the equipment in here and stuff, so that they can do my kitchen and my now cluttered with every piece of furniture from the living room hallway. Yeah, Fight the mess. All right. So, yeah. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Oh, there's my internet. Haha. All right. Talk soon. Bye. Look at my lovely tiles. Brand new tiles. Aren't they lovely? They're literally as useless as the tiles beneath them. That's right, folks. When I asked if they were going to actually level out the floor before putting down the new tiles, they said yes. Do we see a level surface before putting down fresh new tiles? No. As a point of fact, we do not. Do we know why? Yes, we do. Because the job is being done cheaply. Now that we have the transitional shot, I will show you the fully done shot when they are fully done with my floor, quote unquote. Yes, I'm using air quotes, but since I'm behind the camera this time, you just can't see them. But this is the way that they do this, though. Haphazardly done. This is another Band-Aid fix on a broken leg problem. And they wonder why they will be back in a month to finish it and do it again. Now, I wanted to get in a little closer so you guys can see the extent to which the wall behind my sink is damaged. Look at the mold creeping up from the bottom of that wall. And that's not even the part of the wall that I called HPD. I called the HPD about this part of the wall over here, where it is simply cement. There is no sheetrock. And it's just a whole bunch of cement. Yep. And that windowsill in which the cement is falling apart badly. And they need to give me an actual windowsill, because that would be lovely. All right, folks. We'll get back to you again soon. Later.